Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves because what I'm about to share with you is not ordinary. Something greater than you, something unstoppable is about to shift the very atmosphere of your life. You face setbacks, you felt the weight of disappointment, you've been knocked down. But let me tell you this, God is about to blow your mind with a comeback. Yes, a comeback so powerful, so extraordinary that the world won't recognize the new you. Today you will discover the fire, the strength, and the divine favor that has been quietly working behind the scenes. Are you ready to rise? So today I challenge you, don't just wait for a comeback, step into it. Believe in the power greater than you, embrace your strength, and watch God blow your mind with the greatness that is about to unfold in your life. Your moment is now. I want you to hear me today when I say this. God's timing is perfect. Not your timing, not the timing you plan, not the timing you expect, but God's timing. And I know some of you are sitting here thinking, but I've been waiting, I've been trying, I've been working so hard, and nothing seems to be happening. I hear you. You've been there, haven't you? You've sent out resumes, you've started businesses, you've prayed, you've hoped, and yet somehow the doors remain closed. The answers seem delayed, and the world around you is moving while you feel stuck. But here's the truth. Just because something hasn't happened yet doesn't mean it's not happening. It simply means God is working behind the scenes, orchestrating every detail, every encounter, every step of your journey in perfect precision. Think about a farmer planting seeds. You can't plant a seed today and expect a full-grown tree tomorrow. You water it, you care for it, you wait, and even when it rains too little or the sun is too harsh, you trust that nature is doing its work. And then one morning, you look outside and you see tiny green sprouts pushing through the soil. You didn't control the growth, but it happened at the exact right moment. That's the way God works in your life. He's planting seeds now, shaping circumstances now, aligning people now, even when you cannot see it. Every delay, every not yet, every season of waiting is actually preparation for something extraordinary. I want you to think of your life like a puzzle. You've got pieces scattered all around, some upside down, some missing, some you can't quite fit. It can be frustrating, right? But the moment God puts that last piece into place, the picture you've been longing to see comes together perfectly. And you realize the waiting, the struggling, and the setbacks were all necessary. They weren't mistakes, they weren't punishments, they were pieces of preparation for your triumph. Let me give you an example that may hit close to home. Maybe you've prayed for a promotion at work for months. You've been putting in extra hours, sacrificing sleep, and yet it hasn't come. You start thinking, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe I'm not meant for this. But then one day the opportunity appears, and it's bigger than you ever imagined. Maybe it's a position you weren't even aiming for, or a project that catapults you into your dream career. Looking back, you see that the previous delays were not denials. They were divine preparation, ensuring that when the time was right, you would not just step into your opportunity, you would soar. Or think about relationships. Maybe you've been waiting for the right person, the right friend, the right partner. Maybe you've been through heartbreak, disappointment, or loneliness, and here's the thing, God's timing is working there too. If the right person had come too early, would you have been ready for them? If the timing was off, would the relationship have reached its full potential? Sometimes the waiting period isn't punishment, it's growth. It's maturity. It's becoming the person God wants you to be before bringing the blessing to you. And it's not just in the big things, it's in your daily life too. That phone call that's late, that traffic that delays you, that small inconvenience that frustrates you. Often these delays are not meaningless. They are divine timing in motion. Maybe that traffic prevented you from an accident. Maybe that phone call delay led you to speak to the right person at the right moment. Every delay is an unseen protection, an unseen blessing, a stepping stone perfectly positioned to bring your life into alignment with God's plan. Here's what I want you to do right now. Stop trying to force the process. Stop feeling anxious because things haven't happened yet. Stop comparing your journey with others. God is not late. He is not careless. He is not inattentive. He is meticulously crafting your life, your breakthrough, your comeback, your destiny. And when it happens, when the timing is finally right, it will be more magnificent, more powerful, and more mind-blowing than you ever imagined. So the next time you feel frustrated with the waiting, the delays, or the setbacks, remember this: God's timing is perfect. Your breakthrough is not lost. Your moment is not missed. The seeds you are planting, the prayers you are speaking, the efforts you are making, they are all aligning for your extraordinary comeback. Trust it, believe it, embrace it. And when the timing comes, not only will you recognize the blessing, but you will also marvel at the wisdom of the wait. Your life is not behind. It is exactly where it needs to be. God is never late, and your season of breakthrough is on its way. Stand firm, stay faithful, and get ready, because the perfect timing of God will blow your mind. I want you to hear me loud and clear today. Your setbacks are not the end. They are the setup for your comeback. Yes, I said it. That moment when you felt defeated, when life seemed to push you down, when the world turned its back on you, that moment is not the conclusion of your story. It is the very moment that is preparing you for your greatest rise. Life has a way of testing us, of challenging us, of placing obstacles in our path, not to punish us, but to prepare us, to mold us, to strengthen us for the extraordinary chapters that are yet to come. Think about a caterpillar. For a while, it crawls along, eating leaves, seemingly ordinary and confined to the ground. Then comes the struggle of the cocoon. It's dark, it's tight, it's uncomfortable. For days it seems trapped, almost as if life has ended for it. But inside that struggle, the caterpillar is transforming, gaining strength, developing wings, preparing to rise. When it finally emerges, it is no longer the same. It is not limited by the ground. It soars. The same principle applies to you. Your setbacks, the moments you wanted to give up, the failures, the rejections, are not marks of defeat. They are your cocoon. They are your preparation. They are your transformation. Let's bring this into your daily life. Maybe you faced a job loss. Maybe you poured your heart and soul into a project that failed. Maybe you invested time, energy, and resources into something only to watch it collapse. I know it hurts. I know it feels like a betrayal by life. But consider this. What if that setback was exactly what you needed to redirect your path towards something greater? What if losing that job led you to the career you were truly meant to pursue? What if that failure taught you skills, resilience, and wisdom that no success could have given you? That setback, as painful as it was, is the setup for your ultimate comeback. Or think about personal relationships. Maybe a friendship ended abruptly. Maybe a partnership dissolved. Maybe someone you trusted let you down. It's easy to see these as losses, as proof that life is unfair. But here's the truth. Every relationship that ends, every door that closes, is making room for something or someone better. God or the universe or the divine force guiding your path is creating space for blessings, for connections, for love, for opportunities that will align perfectly with your destiny. Your past disappointments are not punishments, they are preparations for the remarkable story that is waiting for you. Even in the small, everyday setbacks, the principle applies. You miss a bus, you fail a test, you face a rejection email, or you stumble in a task at work. It's easy to see these as mere annoyances, meaningless setbacks. But look closer. Maybe missing the bus led you to meet someone who would change your life. Maybe failing that test pushed you to study harder and develop skills you never knew you had. Maybe that rejection email redirected you toward the opportunity that was a perfect fit for your talents. Every setback is a setup. Every delay, every mistake, every closed door is positioning you for a comeback that is greater than the setback itself. Here's the truth I want you to hold on to. Setbacks are not signals to quit. They are signals to grow. They are invitations to rise. They are the universe or God or life itself saying, you are not done yet. I have more for you. I am preparing you for greatness. The person you are today, shaped by struggles and setbacks, is exactly the person who will rise with unstoppable momentum when the timing is right. You are stronger than your failures. You are wiser than your disappointments. You are ready for your comeback. And when your comeback comes, it will be glorious. People will marvel at your transformation. They will wonder how you rose so high, how you conquered so much, how you turned pain into power. And the truth will be simple. You turned your setbacks into setups. You embraced the struggles, learned the lessons, and refused to give up. Your comeback will not just be a return, it will be a resurrection of your dreams, your purpose, and your life. So today, I want you to see setbacks differently. Stop looking at them as obstacles. Start seeing them as stepping stones. Stop mourning what's lost. Start preparing for what's coming. Every failure is a lesson. Every delay is a strategy. Every heartbreak is a training ground. Your setbacks are not your ending, they are your beginning. They are the prelude to your victory, the draft of your destiny, the spark of your extraordinary rise. Remember this always. The most powerful comebacks are born from the deepest struggles. The brightest lights emerge from the darkest nights. The strongest warriors are forged in the fires of adversity. Your comeback is coming. And when it does, it will be so extraordinary, so inspiring, so powerful that everyone who witnessed your setbacks will stand in awe of your rise. Hold your head high. Stand firm. Keep moving forward. Every setback is a setup. And your comeback, it's unstoppable. I want you to hear this today, and I want it to sink deep into your heart. There is a power within you far greater than anything you have ever imagined. Yes, I said it, a power that can overcome obstacles, shatter limitations, and turn the impossible into your everyday reality. And the most extraordinary part, you don't even fully understand it yet. You may feel small, overwhelmed, or unprepared, but the truth is, there is a force working within you, a strength flowing through you, a divine energy that is bigger than your doubts, bigger than your fears, and bigger than any situation life has thrown at you. Think about a seed buried deep underground. At first, it seems powerless. It is small. It is alone. It is buried beneath the weight of soil, darkness all around. And yet, inside that seed is a force so mighty that it can push through the earth, grow roots that reach deep, and break through to the light. That seed doesn't know how it will become a tree, but it trusts its power. And when it grows, it towers above obstacles, bends in the wind, and provides shade and shelter to others. That is the power inside you, hidden, unseen, and yet unstoppable. Look around your daily life. Maybe you have faced challenges that seem too big to overcome. Maybe bills piled up, relationships failed, dreams were delayed, or opportunities slipped through your hands. You may have felt powerless, thinking, I don't have what it takes, I can't make it through this. But let me tell you something, the power you need is already within you. You may not see it, you may not understand it, but it exists, ready to move mountains in your life. All you need is to recognize it, tap into it, and trust it. Let's bring this to something real. Imagine someone who has been struggling with health challenges. Doctors may have given discouraging news, friends may have doubted their recovery, yet through determination, faith, and the power inside, they find the strength to not only survive, but thrive. The human body, the human spirit, and the mind can accomplish incredible feats when aligned with this unseen power. What once seemed impossible becomes possible. What once seemed unreachable comes within grasp. That's the demonstration of a power beyond understanding. Or think about someone facing financial hardship. Maybe the rent is overdue. Maybe the debts seem insurmountable. Maybe every door is closed and every path seems blocked. But that person refuses to give up. They innovate, they work harder, they pray, they strategize, and slowly, imperceptibly, power begins to move in their life. Opportunities appear, help comes from unexpected places, doors open they never imagined. That power, the energy, the force, the divine capability was inside them all along. They just had to believe it. Act on it and refuse to quit. And it's not just about extraordinary situations, it's in the everyday moments too. The parent who stays up all night caring for a sick child discovers patience and strength they didn't know they had. The teacher in a crowded classroom finds creativity and endura that transforms lives. The entrepreneur starting with nothing discovers innovation and resilience that leads to success. These are ordinary people accessing extraordinary power. That same power is inside you. Here's what I want you to grasp. Your limitations are illusions. The obstacles in front of you are not stronger than the force inside you. Every doubt you feel, every fear that whispers in your ear, every challenge that seems insurmountable, there is a greater power at work, and it is working through you. You may not understand it. You may not see it, but it is real, and it is ready to act on your behalf. Sometimes we wait for signs, for perfect conditions, for the stars to align. But the truth is, the power within you doesn't wait. It is already active. It is already moving. It is already preparing the path for your breakthroughs. The key is to recognize it, trust it, and step forward, even when you feel unqualified, uncertain, or unprepared. When you act in alignment with that power, when you believe in what you cannot fully see, doors will open, mountains will move, and your life will change in ways you cannot yet imagine. So today, I challenge you to stop underestimating yourself. Stop thinking you are too small, too weak, too inexperienced. The power that created the universe, the power that moves the stars, the power that brings life from nothing is alive within you. It's waiting for you to tap into it. It's waiting for you to claim it. And when you do, you will look back and realize that the struggles, the doubts, the fears, they were never stronger than what was inside you all along. Remember this, what is in you is bigger than what is against you. What is in you is stronger than any challenge, louder than any discouragement, and more powerful than anything life throws your way. You have a power beyond your understanding, a force beyond your comprehension, and a capability beyond your imagination. The question is not whether it exists, it does. The question is whether you will step into it, trust it, and let it guide you to your extraordinary life.
So rise today, stand tall, believe in the force inside you, access it, use it, and watch as it transforms your life in ways you never thought possible. The power within you is not waiting, it is ready. It is unstoppable. It is beyond your understanding. And when you embrace it, your comeback, your breakthrough, your extraordinary rise, it will be unstoppable too. I want you to hear this loud and clear today. Faith is the spark that activates miracles. Not hope, not wishful thinking, not luck. Faith, the kind of faith that refuses to be shaken by circumstances. The kind of faith that rises even when the world says it's impossible. The kind of faith that says, I may not see it now, but I believe it is coming. Faith is not passive. It is not sitting back waiting for change. Faith is active. Faith moves mountains, opens doors, and turns impossible situations into living miracles. Think about your daily life for a moment. Maybe you faced situations that seemed hopeless. Maybe bills piled up faster than you could pay them. Maybe your health seemed to betray you. Maybe opportunities slipped through your fingers. And maybe, just maybe, you whispered a small prayer or held a tiny belief that things could change. That belief, however small, is the starting point of miracles. Because faith doesn't need to see the full path to begin walking it. Faith acts even when it doesn't yet understand. Faith speaks even when the situation seems silent. Faith moves even when the weight of the world feels crushing. Consider the story of someone who has been searching for a job for months. Every application sent out, every interview attended, every rejection received could have been discouraging. It would have been easy to give up, to say it's impossible, nothing is working. But faith whispers, keep going. Something is aligning for you. And then suddenly a call comes. An opportunity appears that is even better than what you imagine. That's not luck. That's faith activating a miracle. The persistence, the belief,
the refusal to give in, those are the forces that invite the miracle into reality. Or consider relationships. Maybe you've prayed or hoped for reconciliation with a friend or family member, or maybe you've wished for the right person to come into your life. Faith is what allows you to hold on, even when the situation seems hopeless. Faith is what allows you to act with patience, kindness, and perseverance. And then, at just the right moment, circumstances change. Doors open. Conversations happen. Hearts align. What once seemed impossible becomes real. That is the miracle that faith activates. Even in health, faith plays a transformative role. Maybe a doctor gave discouraging news. Maybe the prognosis seemed grim. Maybe all signs pointed to defeat. But people who refuse to surrender to fear, who hold on to faith, who act with hope, prayer, and determination often experience breakthroughs. Sometimes the body heals beyond expectation. Sometimes opportunities for treatment or recovery appear when least expected. Sometimes strength and resilience emerge from places they never imagined. That is the power of faith, the unseen force that allows the miraculous to enter your life. And it's not always about the dramatic, life-changing moments. Faith works in the small daily miracles too. The parent who trusts they will have patience when their child is difficult. The student who believes they can understand a challenging subject. The entrepreneur who trusts that their effort will pay off, even when initial results are discouraging. These small acts of faith accumulate, creating a momentum that changes lives. Faith transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary results. Here's the most important truth. I want you to grasp, miracles are not random. They are not dependent on chance. They are activated by faith. Faith doesn't just sit quietly and hope for change. It moves. Faith takes action even when the path is unclear. Faith speaks boldly even when the world says it's impossible. Faith believes in the unseen, the unheard, and the unproven. And when you combine faith with persistence, courage, and alignment with your purpose, miracles happen. Think of it like this. Faith is the engine, action is the fuel, and miracles are the destination. You may not see the whole road and you may not know every turn, but the combination of faith and action moves you forward. It bridges the gap between where you are now and where your breakthrough waits. Without faith, the miracle remains dormant, waiting for you to believe it can happen. With faith, even the impossible becomes inevitable. So today, I challenge you. Don't just hope for change. Don't just wish for your breakthrough. Activate it. Speak it. Move toward it. Take steps, even small ones, that show the world and show yourself that you believe in what has not yet appeared. Let faith guide your actions, your words, and your choices. When you do, the miraculous begins to unfold. Doors you thought were closed will open. Opportunities you thought were gone will reappear. Strength you didn't know you had will rise. And in ways that defy logic, life will shift because faith has activated the miracle. Remember this, miracles do not happen by chance. They happen by faith. Faith is the key, the spark, the catalyst that transforms your impossible into your inevitable. The question is not whether miracles are possible, they are. The question is whether your faith is strong enough, persistent enough, and active enough to bring them into your life. Hold on, act boldly, believe, and watch as the miracles you have been longing for begin to appear one by one because faith has set them in motion. I want you to hear me clearly today. Obstacles are temporary, but your potential is eternal. Yes, you heard me right. The challenges you face, the setbacks you endure, the struggles that make you question everything, they do not define the length, the depth, or the power of your life. They are fleeting, temporary, and limited. But the potential inside you, that is infinite, unbreakable, and eternal. And when you truly embrace this truth, you will begin to see obstacles not as roadblocks, but as stepping stones toward the extraordinary life that is waiting for you. Think about a mountain climber. The path up the mountain is treacherous. Rocks slip underfoot. Storms batter their face. Exhaustion grips every muscle. Doubt whispers, you can't do this, turn back. And yet the climber keeps going. Each step is hard. Each moment is a struggle. But the climber does not forget the peak. the potential of reaching the top. And when they finally stand on that summit, looking out over the vast landscape, they realize that every obstacle, every challenge, every struggle was temporary. They did not stop them. They prepared them. That is exactly how life works. Obstacles are temporary, but your potential, the view from the summit, the life you were meant to live, is eternal. Think about your own daily life. Maybe you faced challenges at work, projects that seemed impossible, deadlines that felt overwhelming, bosses or colleagues who doubted your abilities. Maybe you felt stuck in a career that didn't seem to reflect your true talents. It's easy to focus on the obstacles, to feel trapped, to let frustration dominate your mind. But here's the truth. Those obstacles are temporary. The skills you are learning, the resilience you are building, the patience you are cultivating, they are eternal. They are preparing you for moments when your potential will explode into reality. What you are capable of achieving is far beyond the limitations of any temporary setback. Or consider personal relationships. Maybe you faced heartbreak, betrayal, or disappointment. Maybe friendships ended abruptly or love didn't go as planned. It's natural to feel hurt, frustrated, or even hopeless. But remember this, the pain is temporary. It will pass. It is fleeting. What is eternal is the strength, empathy, and wisdom you gain from these experiences. These lessons shape your character, expand your capacity for love, and prepare you for deeper, more meaningful connections in the future. Your potential for joy, connection, and fulfillment cannot be limited by temporary obstacles. Even in small daily challenges, this truth applies. Maybe your morning commute is delayed, your plans are interrupted, or a simple mistake threatens to derail your day. You might feel annoyed, stressed, or frustrated. But even in these small moments, your response defines your potential. Will you let the obstacle control you, or will you rise above it? Every minor challenge is training you for the major victories. Every delay, every inconvenience, every frustration is shaping a character capable of handling life's bigger tests. Your potential remains eternal, even when your day seems temporarily difficult. Let me give you another example. Imagine an athlete training for a competition. Every day they push their body to the limit. They face injuries, exhaustion, and countless failures. Sometimes they fall short. Sometimes it feels hopeless. And yet they persist. Why? Because they know that the obstacles are temporary. The race, the moment of victory, the achievement of their potential, that is eternal in its impact. The pain of training, the struggle of practice, the setbacks along the way, they are fleeting. But the strength, skill, and triumph that come from persevering, they last a lifetime. Here's what I want you to understand. Life will always present obstacles. Life will always test your patience, challenge your endurance, and make you question your path. But these obstacles are not permanent. They are temporary markers on the path to your destiny. What is permanent? What is eternal? What is limitless? That is your potential. And your potential cannot be measured by temporary struggles. It cannot be diminished by setbacks. It cannot be restricted by anything the world throws at you. So today, I challenge you, do not focus on the obstacle. Do not let the temporary overshadow the eternal. Look beyond the struggle, look beyond the difficulty, and see the vast landscape of potential that lies within you. Your potential is bigger than the setback. Your potential is greater than the problem. Your potential is eternal, unshakable, and unstoppable. Remember this, the world may try to tell you that your challenges define you, that your failures limit you, that your setbacks are permanent. But the truth is the opposite. Obstacles are temporary. Your potential is eternal. The moment you fully embrace this truth, you will stop being defeated by temporary difficulties and start living in alignment with the eternal greatness that already resides within you. Rise above your struggles. Keep moving forward. Trust the process and never forget that your potential is infinite. Obstacles may come and go, but your capacity to achieve, to grow, to inspire, and to succeed is eternal. The setbacks of today are merely stepping stones toward the monumental victories of tomorrow. Stand tall, Embrace your potential and watch as the temporary obstacles crumble in the face of your eternal strength. I want you to hear this today. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is a force, a magnet, a multiplier that magnifies every blessing in your life. The moment you learn to truly give thanks, to truly appreciate what you have, your perspective changes, your energy shifts, and doors you never even imagined begin to open. Gratitude transforms ordinary moments into extraordinary ones. It turns struggle into opportunity, pain into growth, and scarcity into abundance. And here's the beautiful truth. You don't need to have everything to start being grateful. You just need to start noticing what is already present in your life. Think about the small, everyday blessings you often overlook. The sun rising in the morning, the food on your table, the breath in your lungs, the laughter of a loved one. These may seem ordinary, but when you stop and truly appreciate them, you realize how extraordinary they are. That simple recognition, I am grateful for this, starts a ripple effect. Suddenly, life doesn't feel like a burden. Suddenly, your heart feels full. Suddenly, opportunities begin to appear in ways you never anticipated because gratitude opens your eyes to possibilities that were always there, waiting for you to notice them. Let's bring this into your daily life. Maybe you're struggling financially and it feels like there's never enough. When you focus on what's missing, scarcity dominates your thoughts. But the moment you shift your focus and express gratitude for what you do have, a steady paycheck, a roof over your head, food on your plate, you invite more abundance into your life. Gratitude doesn't ignore the problem, it shifts your energy, it sharpens your vision, and it opens your heart to receive more. It's like turning on a light in a dark room. You suddenly see all the blessings that were there all along. Consider your relationships. How often do we take people for granted? Family, friends, colleagues, even strangers who impact our lives in small ways. The moment you begin to create these connections, to thank people for their presence, their support, their kindness, your relationships grow stronger. You start noticing gestures of love, opportunities to help, moments of connection. Gratitude magnifies these blessings. It turns ordinary interactions into profound experiences. A simple thank you can transform a relationship, a day, and even a life. Even in times of struggle, gratitude has incredible power. Think about someone recovering from a major challenge. An illness, a financial loss, a personal setback. Instead of focusing solely on what was lost, they start expressing gratitude for what remains. Health, a supportive friend, a lesson learned, the ability to rise again. That shift in perspective does more than lift their spirits. It opens doors for solutions, ideas, and opportunities that were invisible when they were stuck in frustration and fear. Gratitude activates a mindset that attracts more blessings, more possibilities, and more joy. And here's the secret. Gratitude doesn't just magnify what is already good. It transforms what feels bad into a source of strength. Imagine a student struggling with a difficult subject. Instead of complaining about the challenge, they express gratitude for the opportunity to learn, to grow, and to develop skills they didn't have before. Suddenly, the challenge becomes a gift. The struggle becomes a stepping stone. Gratitude shifts perspective from limitation to potential, from frustration to empowerment, from fear to courage. Think about someone facing delays in their career. Maybe a promotion hasn't come yet, or a project hasn't succeeded the way they hoped. If they focus on frustration, they see only obstacles. But if they focus on gratitude, grateful for the experience, the learning, the mentors, the resilience they are building, they begin to notice new opportunities. Doors they didn't see before begin to open. Ideas that seemed impossible suddenly feel achievable. Gratitude turns waiting into preparation, disappointment into insight, and patience into momentum. Even the smallest acts of gratitude can create extraordinary results. A smile, a word of thanks, a note of appreciation. These are not just polite gestures. They are powerful acknowledgments that magnify the goodness in your life and in the lives of others. Gratitude creates a cycle. The more you express it, the more you notice blessings, the more blessings appear, the more you are inspired to give thanks again. It's an unstoppable, self-reinforcing force that transforms your daily existence into a life of abundance. Here's the truth I want you to embrace. Gratitude is a magnet for miracles. When you start appreciating what you have, no matter how small, you invite more goodness into your life. You begin to see solutions where there were only problems. You begin to feel joy where there was only stress. You begin to recognize potential where there was only limitation. Gratitude is not passive, it's active. It changes your energy, your mindset, and your reality. So today, I challenge you, start noticing the blessings around you. Name them, celebrate them, express them, write them down, speak them aloud. Let gratitude flow through you like a river, touching every corner of your life. Because when you do, you will discover something incredible. The life you have right now contains far more blessings than you ever realized. And as you give thanks, those blessings will multiply in ways that will amaze you. Remember this, gratitude magnifies your blessings. It turns what you have into more. It transforms obstacles into opportunities. It shifts your heart from scarcity to abundance. And when you live with gratitude, the miracles in your life don't just appear. They expand, they grow, and they transform your world. Start today, be grateful, and watch your life bloom beyond your wildest imagination. I want you to hear me clearly today. Courage to rise again is not optional. It is essential. Life will knock you down. It will challenge you, disappoint you, and sometimes it will feel like it has stripped you of everything you thought you had. But here is the truth that will change your life. It is not the fall that defines you. It is your courage to rise again. Every setback, every failure, every moment of defeat carries within it the opportunity for a comeback. And the only thing standing between you and your next breakthrough is the courage to stand up, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward. Think about the moments in your own life when you face difficulty. Maybe you've been betrayed by a friend, overlooked for a promotion, or faced a health challenge that made you question your strength. In those moments, it's easy to stay down, to feel defeated, to think that giving up is the easiest way to survive. But courage is the decision to rise when every voice inside you is telling you to stay down. Courage is saying, I will not let this define me. I will not let this defeat me. I will rise again. Consider a student who fails an important exam. For a moment, the world feels like it's crumbling. Doubt creeps in. Thoughts of quitting swirl in the mind. But the student takes a deep breath, studies harder, seeks help, and tries again. And on the next attempt, success arrives. That is courage to rise again. It is the ability to see failure not as the end, but as a stepping stone. Every great achievement in life is built upon the foundation of courage to try again, to get up after being knocked down, and to believe in yourself when the world seems uncertain. Or think about an athlete recovering from injury. Imagine months of pain, physical therapy, and uncertainty. Every step forward is a challenge. Every day feels like a battle. But the courage to rise again is what drives them to push through the pain, to train when the body resists, to keep faith in the dream that is still ahead. And when they finally return to the field, stronger and wiser, they understand something that failure alone could never teach. The true victory lies not just in winning, but in rising after the fall. Even in relationships, courage to rise again is transformative. Maybe someone you trusted hurt you deeply. Maybe love ended or a friendship was broken. The natural response is to withdraw, to close your heart, to protect yourself from pain. But the courageous heart does something different. It forgives, it learns, it grows, and it opens again. It steps into life with faith that love, connection, and trust are still worth pursuing. That is the courage to rise again, not only to heal yourself, but to embrace the beauty and fullness of life that awaits you. Every day, ordinary people exercise this courage in small ways. The parent who faces a difficult morning with patience after sleepless nights. The entrepreneur who experiences a failed business venture but starts over with renewed vision. The person who experiences rejection in their career but walks into the next opportunity with confidence and hope. These moments may seem small, but they accumulate, building resilience, character, and an unshakable belief in the power of rising again. Here's the truth I want you to understand. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the decision to move forward despite fear, to act even when uncertainty is overwhelming, and to believe in your potential when everything around you seems to doubt it. You may feel weak, exhausted, or unprepared. You may question whether you have what it takes. But courage does not wait for readiness. It chooses to rise anyway. It chooses to stand, to move, to grow, and to fight for what is possible. Let me give you a simple yet profound example from daily life. Imagine someone who lost a job unexpectedly. Bills pile up, self-doubt rises, fear grips their mind. The easy choice would be to give in to despair. The courageous choice is to rise again, to update the resume, to network, to apply for opportunities, to keep learning and growing. And when that person eventually lands a new job, perhaps even better than the one they lost, they realize something incredible. Their courage to rise again not only restored what was lost, it propelled them to new heights they never imagined. Courage to rise again is the heartbeat of resilience. It is what separates those who remain stuck in pain and frustration from those who transform setbacks into triumphs. It is the force that turns failure into education, loss into opportunity, and struggle into strength. And here's the most important part. The more you exercise this courage, the stronger it becomes. Every rise builds momentum for the next one. And soon, nothing can keep you down for long. So today I challenge you, embrace your courage. Let it ignite your spirit. Let it remind you that every fall, every failure, every disappointment is temporary, and that the power to rise again lies within you. Stand tall, take that step forward, speak the words, make the effort, and act with faith in yourself and your journey. The courage to rise again is the bridge between where you are now and where your extraordinary life is waiting. Remember this always. Life will knock you down, but it is your courage to rise again that defines your destiny. The world may try to keep you down, circumstances may challenge your spirit, and doubt may whisper in your ear. But when you rise again and again, you become unstoppable. You turn pain into power, struggle into wisdom, and setbacks into the launch pad for your greatest victories. Your courage to rise again is not just your strength, it is your superpower. I want you to hear this truth today. Your breakthrough will inspire others. Yes, what you are going through, the mountains you are climbing, the battles you are facing, they are not just about you. Your life, your story, your victory has the power to light the way for someone else who is struggling, doubting, or on the edge of giving up. Every challenge you overcome, every obstacle you conquer, every dream you achieve becomes a beacon of hope for others. Your breakthrough is never just for you. It is a gift to the world, a testimony that what seems impossible can indeed become reality. Think about someone in your life who inspires you. Perhaps it's a mentor, a teacher, a friend, or even a stranger whose story you heard and it changed the way you see your own struggles. Chances are their life was not easy. They faced setbacks, disappointments, and challenges just like you, but they refused to give up. They rose, they persevered, and by doing so, they lit a path for you, even if they didn't realize it at the time. That is exactly how your breakthrough works. You may feel like your struggles are invisible, but the moment you overcome them, your journey becomes a lighthouse for others navigating stormy seas. Let's bring this into daily life. Imagine a single parent working tirelessly to provide for their children. Long hours, financial struggles, moments of exhaustion, but they persist. They rise again every day. And when their children see their determination, resilience, and ultimate success, those children are inspired. They learn lessons that no classroom can teach, that courage, persistence, and faith can turn struggle into victory. That parent's breakthrough doesn't just impact their life, it shapes generations. Or consider someone who has faced failure in their career. Maybe they were overlooked for a promotion, or a project didn't succeed, or they lost an opportunity they had worked hard for. Most people would stay down, accepting defeat as the end, but the courageous few rise again, and when they finally achieve the success they were destined for, their story becomes a source of inspiration for colleagues, friends, and even competitors. People witness their comeback and are reminded that perseverance is powerful, that setbacks are temporary, and that every effort is planting seeds for future triumph. Even small, everyday breakthroughs have the power to inspire. Think of the teacher who never gives up on a struggling student. Day after day, I encourage, support, and guide, often without recognition. Then one day, that student succeeds, excelling beyond expectations. The teacher's persistence becomes a story of hope for other educators, students, and parents. A single act of commitment and faith can ripple outward, creating waves of inspiration that touch countless lives. Sometimes the inspiration you provide is subtle. A neighbor who overcomes a health challenge and returns to their daily life with renewed energy and positivity. A friend who rebuilds their life after a financial setback, showing that resilience is possible. Even the small victories, when witnessed by others, serve as a reminder: if they can rise, so can I. Your breakthrough, no matter the scale, communicates a message louder than words, that life can change, that hope is real, and that perseverance pays off. Here's the beauty of it. Your breakthrough has a multiplier effect. When others are inspired by your victory, they are motivated to pursue their own dreams, to overcome their own challenges, and to believe in possibilities they had long given up on. Your success is contagious. Your courage is infectious. Your story becomes a roadmap, a guide, and a beacon of light for those who are